Wonderful. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's session on ending 2026 on a high note business opportunity meeting. I believe this invitation did not just catch you by surprise, but it was actually, a God ordained invitation for you to be here. And I welcome you all. Thank you, Debucho, who is connecting in Polokwane. I am connecting in Nelspruit in Mpumalanga. That's where I am. And I am so grateful for a platform like this where we are not limited to environments, we're not limited to spaces, we are not limited to where we are. We can connect with people all over. And I hope that this already, you being in this platform, you connecting with me from different places, you can have an idea that business is not about where you are. Business is not about the specific area, the specific environment that you are, but you can actually be able to expand and connect with people from everywhere. And this is one of the platforms that gives you that right to do that. So, this is what is excuse me, I'm just having a bit of a background issue. When you're working from home, no matter how much instruction you give, there's always something that just happens. So, welcome, and please do on the chats let me know where you are connecting from. I really would love to know. PE is in the house. This is amazing. This is great. Once again, guys, this is an indication that even your customers don't have to be in your same town. Okay. Even your customers don't have to be in the same town. You can actually connect with people from all over. Coaching does not have to be limited to you meeting up with a person right where you are. Making sales are not limited to you connecting and going out to find customers right around you. Yes, it's good to do that, but you can expand and you can connect with people all over. There's so many courier companies that can help you ship your products to your customers. So you are exactly where you need to be. Nelspruit is in the house. Once again, that is my place. Emma Lahleni is in the house. Yes, this is it, guys. This is absolutely amazing. I've got a team in another country. I'm hoping they will pop up as well and just let us know as they pop up that they are also in the session. All right, nonetheless, we are going to get started to today's work because we are in a season where we are looking to closing the year. We are looking to start planning not only how we're going to close the year, but plan how we're going to move forward into the new year. Speaking to you, presenting right now, I am Zanele Ndlovu. I'm a working mom and wife, a diagnostic radiographer, and a mammographer by profession. I have been in this profession for 16 years this year. I can't believe it. Yo, 4 years to 20. Oh my God, and I'm not even 40 years yet. Nonetheless, I love what I do. I love radiography. It's an amazing field, and I get to do it every single day, even while I do business on the side. I'm a foster parent, a personal development and business coach. Well, I am a self-made personal development coach, meaning I grew into personal development coaching and also into motivation and public speaking. I grew into that and I actually skilled myself into that. So I call myself a self-made personal development coach because I found that ability in me and I just sharpened the skill. I'm a speaker and a preacher as well. I'm also a preacher's wife. So those are some of the things that God has actually aligned and called me to. So in a platform like this, it excites me because I actually get to play all of my abilities in one. We are talking health and wellness and beauty products. I am in the health industry professionally. We are talking empowerment, improving your lifestyle, changing your lifestyle, going after your dreams. I am in the personal development coaching stage. I am in business. I'm talking to you about making extra income while you are growing yourself personally and also improving your health so that again, oh my God, it just speaks into what I love to do. Speaker, me, this is me. So when I'm here, actually, I'm being me. I'm not forced to be anything else. I'm in a business that cultivates everything that is connected to me. And that's why I always believe that I'm not in this business by mistake. I'm in this business for a divine purpose. And I get to actually, channel my abilities in different ways while I talk to different people and help them in different ways that needs to be. So this is the speaker speaking to you today. Now, there are a lot of things that many people fear. Some people fear change. Some people fear, um, you know, moving on in their lives or whatever the case may be. Some people fear losing people they love. There are a lot of things that people fear. For me, there are very few things that I fear in life. But the greatest of all things, my biggest fear is failing myself before ever putting effort in trying to do my best and become the best version of myself. Guys, it's one thing to fear success, it's one thing to fear losing a loved one, it's one thing to fear you know, failing in business or in life. But when you fail yourself, I can fail in business, I can fail in relationship, I can fail in marriage, I can fail in maybe not raising my kids well, I can fail in a lot of things that at some point I don't even have much control over. But failing myself, then I cannot put myself there too. I cannot allow myself to fail me because I'm the one. I wake up every morning and I look at myself in the mirror. I have to speak to myself. I have to be the one who answers the questions I give to myself. So I cannot allow myself to fail without putting effort. I'd rather fail like myself saying, I've done my part. I've tried. God, you've seen. This just did not work out. But I don't want to go to bed always wondering, what if? What if I could have put in more? What if, maybe I should have. I don't want that kind of lifestyle. So for me, that is my biggest fear. For me, that is my greatest thing. I would say, am I gonna wake up one day and look back into my life and say, what did you do? What did you try hard at? What did you accomplish? What are the results for the life that you have lived 40, 50, 60 years later? What have you accomplished in your own life? And you look back and you're like, I wish I had taken this opportunity. I wish I had put more effort in this. I wish I had guaranteed myself this. Guys, wishing does not take us anywhere. It does not change the price of petrol. It does not change the price of electricity. Wishing that I could have more money does not change the fact that right now you are broke, and it does not change that you're going to wake up broke the following day. However, when you say, I'm going to take a step to changing, to doing something different, it actually gives you a little alignment and light forward to saying, at least you are working towards something. So I don't know, what is your biggest fear? Maybe on the chat there, just let me know, what is your biggest fear in life? And I'm not talking about animals, I'm not talking about losing people. I'm talking about something that is directly linked to you and your name. At the end of the day, we're going to die and leave all these other things. God is going to call us and we're going to stand and we have to account for the abilities He's given us, the gifts He's given us. What are you going to stand and say you've worked on? What are you going to say, stand before Him and say, I've improved in this skill. I've gone after this goal. I've ensured that I build myself a comfortable image for me to live in. What are you going to say? What is your biggest fear? What are you most worried about when it pertains to you, you personally, not your kids? I'm not talking about your kids because whatever your kids are going to gain from you is what you have decided to work on. Right now, I want you to focus on you. What are you? What is your fear? You yourself, looking at your life right now. What is the one thing you are so fearful of coming to 2027? Am I going to start 2027 the same way I started 2026? Am I going to start 2027 the same way I ended 2026? Well, my fear is that I might not get, to live my best life in 2026. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, you are going to have to draw the map for yourself so that you work towards fighting against that fear. And it's not going to go away in one day, but you are going to be the one that fights against it. So just to give you a little bit of a background of who is speaking before you, like I mentioned, I'm Zanele Ndlovu. However, my life did not just start in me being in this business or 16 years into the profession, but at some point there were parts of my life where I look back and I saw like this is not the type of life I want. I know brokenness, I know loss of people you love, we've all experienced certain types of hurt or brokenness, I might say that. For me, one of my greatest things that always keeps me focused in life and pushing forward was in 2011. I gave birth to an amazing, beautiful boy. And at that point, my relationship was not I knew for sure that this could not be the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. One thing I did not want was to allow myself, once again, this became a personal thing. I did not allow myself to have baby mama drama things or baby daddy drama issues. So I wasn't ready to force someone to take responsibility in a place or in a situation they were not ready for. So I made myself a promise and I said, although I'm qualified, I am going to work my way always, every single day to ensure that I am fully responsible for my son. There's no 50% for me or 50% from the dad and 50%. No, for me, I'm 100% total to my son. His father is fully present. His father is fully hands-on with his son. No blame there. I just made a decision long time ago that I am not going to have baby daddy drama. When he shows up, he shows up. It's for himself, it's not for me. And I made sure that I kept working. I made sure that I looked at myself and I saw somebody my child would be proud of. I don't know where your situation is right now. I don't know what you are fighting. Perhaps you are fighting maintenance court. Perhaps you are fighting somebody to take responsibility. But whatever it is that you are fighting, at the end of the day, there's more on your side that you are losing: your strength, your personality, your own self growth, your time to invest in yourself. Time is moving. You are fighting somebody to take a responsibility that is his decision at the end of the day. For me, I wanted to work extra hard to make sure I don't find myself in that pit. I don't want to find myself in that darkness. So baby mama drama, baby daddy dramas, no, I did not want that. So I started hustling very early on after having my first child, and I have lived a life of hustle from then. I've tried a lot of things. Some passed, some didn't. Some things were banois, they just flew. Some people left with our monies, I lost. Whatever the case may be, the point was I'm not going to stay stuck in a situation. Years later, God gave me an amazing man. We built a family together. We are a blended, amazing, beautiful family. And I don't even stress him today about my baby daddy drama. He has such an amazing bond with my son. It's absolutely, for me, it's the most priceless thing ever in my life because I gave myself peace from the word go. So I work to maintain my peace. I work to maintain my children's environment and my family's environment. I don't know what you want to work towards. I don't know what you want your life to look like, but you are going to have to make a decision. Nobody else, you cannot force anyone else to take control of something they don't want. You can only control what you can. Choose to control your life. Choose to control what you do. Choose to make things happen for yourself. Build the growth that you want. Fight. It's not easy. There's no business that is going to wake up and suddenly blooms overnight. Everything happens over time, but you have to make a decision. Shut everyone out. Shut the noise out. Start afresh. Start from the ground if you have to. Start from with fear if you have to. Start with confusion if you have to, but you are going to have to start, because at the end of the day, that guy, that man, if he doesn't want to be part of your life or part of your child's life, there's nothing in heaven or on earth you can do about it. At the end of the day, that child needs to be fed. You need to clothe them. You need to take them to school. You have to look at the bigger picture. For me, I decided when I started to be serious and intentional about hustling, I was turning 35 years old and I was looking at this child that I birthed a few years ago who's soon going to be going to university. As a professional, my husband being a professional, his father being a professional, he does not qualify for the national, what's this, finance, insurance, the NEFSAS. He does not qualify for that. I am the one who has to be the nurses for him. So if I'm going to sit and say, no, he's got a father most, he's got a father most, he's got a father, my son is going to pass matric and then what? Then he looks at me as if, Mama, you did not know I was in matric. You did not know I was going out. I was about, guys, 12 years of school, from grade 1 to grade 12. We're going to wake up one day and say, oh, no, I did not prepare for your child, for your further education. I did not want to be that type of a parent. I went into business, I went into network marketing because I wanted to change that for myself. It had to be about me, the type of mother I want to be, the type of model to my kids I wanted to be. And what I love and what I found as I journeyed into business was the growth and the mindset that allowed me to say, I've always been good at myself. I've always been positive about myself. Even when life threw me down, I always kept being positive because I wanted growth for me. Yo, guys, me, I love looking at myself and feeling proud. I want to walk out of my house, and when people look at me, I want them to see that this girl is proud. This girl loves herself. Even when I may be drowning in issues and struggles, but you will not see me because I uphold myself with such dignity. That's one thing I don't want to lose: dignity. So I always make sure personal development is part of me. I want to become a better version of myself. I want to work on me and my goals. It's nothing, guys, no harm against anyone, no pun intention intended, but I want me to work on me. I want to focus on Zanele because at the end of the day, the only legacy I'm going to leave is the name Zanele Ndlovu on an obituary. It's going to be read about me. It won't be about my son. It won't be about my baby daddy. It won't be about my current husband. It won't be about my children or my family. The obituary will be written about me. The memories I'm going to be leaving for my children will be about me, nobody else. I'm the one who has to sleep with me at night and wonder if I've done my part. So I make sure I read books, I watch videos, I listen to podcasts, something that will benefit me and make me a better person. So even if you come up against me with your negative energy, I am well prepared to cover myself and move forward because 2027 is going to require a different version of me with the goals that I have. So I'm not going to take a 2026 version who's always crying and hurt into 2026. I'm not going to take a broke version of me into 2026 when my goals require things. They require more effort. So I want to move forward with grace, with equipping myself. You have to make a decision. You have to allow yourself to divorce negativity. You have to make that decision to walk away intentionally from negativity. Choose your circle wisely. Choose the people that bring you peace. It doesn't mean you have to wake up next to that person every day, but that is the connection that brings you peace. Allow yourself to be in an environment that propels you to grow, to look out for you, to take breaks if you need to. You deserve it. For me, I'm grateful that I came into a business that truly empowers me to be able to give myself that circle. I have an amazing mentor in this business. I met on social media, Instagram, complete stranger. She introduced me to an environment of big dreamers, an environment of people who said, you know what, if you can just put in a little effort into your life, into the things you want to achieve, nothing can stand in your way. And I'm truly grateful because I am now surrounded by people who every day they are leveling up in their lives. And it's not to brag to me, but it's to say, girl, you can also go up with us. You can also move with us. And that is the type of circle that I want. I've learned to take risks in my life. I've learned to take risk. I've learned to look into new ventures and see what will happen. Yes, some you lose, some you win. The Bible says, throw your bread across the seas, for you do not know which one will come back. So if you are not taking risk in life, if you're not trying new things, you will always wonder, is this gonna work? Was this even worth it? You are never going to be satisfied and say, but I tried, for me, it didn't work. Maybe I should try it this way or I should try that thing. That is what taking risks looks like. Start something new for yourself. For me, starting this business opportunity really gave me the way forward. It made me realize that if I put a goal to it, it comes to pass. When I joined this network marketing business, the only thing I wanted at the beginning was to be able to raise my credit score, to be able to afford a car, and just be able to live with my family. Just the extra income to do that. And in 11 months of doing that, I did achieve it because I had a goal attached to it. I knew what I came into the business for. I was able to raise my credit score. I was able to achieve the car that I wanted. I was able to give myself that gift of starting. What I did not know intentionally or did not think I would do in this business was to travel, which it has given me the ability to do. And not just to travel through the company only, but for me to be able to afford flights from Nelspruit to Cape Town. I was able to purchase flight tickets without feeling like, yo, I need to save for like 10 months. I need to save for like 2 years for me to be able to travel. No, it gave me ease of way. And I'm like, if I can work a little bit more harder into this business, I can even afford to fly my kids. Unlike me, they are going to experience flight at a very young age. Not while they're adults and they are facing responsibilities and now they're forcing life into themselves just to say, I cannot go to heaven without flying. But they're going to fly for pleasure because their mom decided to make it about her and build a better life for her, and it flew down to what? To her children. Guys, I want to introduce you to an industry called network marketing. It is an industry that, especially in South Africa, a lot of people are looking down on. But in every country's economy, one thing is remaining very steadfast, and that is network marketing. This industry is not going anywhere anytime soon. But you do have to understand how it works. You do have to understand so you do not confuse network marketing with pyramid scheme, because in network marketing, it is a business model where people earn in two ways that people earn in network marketing, and that is through selling a product or services directly to customers. No middleman, nothing. Selling a product or a service directly to customers and building and mentoring people. So you do build a team, you do mentor people. These are the two ways that you get to earn. You earn by selling, which is your profit, and also building your team, which would be recruitment, depending on the network company you are in, recruitment and team performance that you get to be paid in. So you are going to have to be very alert when somebody presents an opportunity to you and calls it network marketing. Is there a product involved or is there a service involved? Am I going to recruit? Yes. Network marketing is about recruiting. You can go into Bitcoin, you're still gonna go and recruit. You can go into trading, it's still gonna recruit. It's in the industry, it's in network marketing because it contains these two things. There's a product and there's what? There's team building. So I want to start with the slide so that you understand as I move forward. When I say I'm introducing you to a network marketing company, it's because it has products and we are bringing people on board and helping people to build better lives. I hope I'm making sense for somebody. The company that I'm talking about that I've partnered with that has helped me to buy my car in 11 months of joining the business is called Forever Living Products. It was founded in 1978 by Rex Mon. This company is 48 years old. 48 years old. It has a lifespan you can be proud of. It has a lifespan you can credit it on. It has seen the ups and downs. It has seen COVID and more. It has been through recession and all of that. It has weathered the storm. So when you are building in forever, know that even when the storm comes, you are also going to be able to weather the storm because it has seen the fluctuations of in different, and not just only in South Africa, the different countries that it is operating. It has its own aloe field. One of the main ingredients in our product in Forever is aloe, the aloe vera plant. And Forever owns the aloe plantations. It is one of the largest grower and manufacturer of aloe products. It is in Dominican, the plantation in the Dominican Republic and Texas, and the business extends to over 160 countries. 160 countries where you can do business, where you can operate without having to go through customs, without having to go through the legalities. Forever has already done that for you. Rex has gone and has paved the way for you to just come and do what and trade your business. It is family owned. Rex passed away a couple of years ago and he has left the business to his son. What this also means for you is that Rex has made it available for you and your children as well. He has made it easy for us to say, even if God remembers me now, I can be able to leave this business for my children. So it's not only about the CEO, but it's also about you. Where I work as a radiographer, the minute I'm no more, the only thing my kids are going to hear from my employer is a sorry, condolences. The next morning, Monday, or whenever somebody else is going to come and take my post, not my children, not my husband, no one. I will leave this earth and none of my kids will inherit my profession. But in Forever, your kids can inherit this business and continue. They don't even start afresh. They don't have to rejoin. They don't have to do anything. They start right where you left off. You just add Forever in your will and you tell them, my children, this is a business I'm building for you. One of you will take over and continue to run with it, and Forever will dedicate themselves to teaching your child how the Forever Living business works. That is why we call it a family owned and willable business. Now, I love this story I'm about to tell because this for me is a reason why I'm always going to stay in this business. I've got two business partners that joined my business a couple of years ago. Oh, yeah, maybe a year or two ago. And each one of them had faced difficulties after joining the business. And this was a reminder, I think, for between me and them as well to say, you know what? It might seem like we just joined Forever for an extra income, but when life happens, that's when it truly hits you to say, wow, this business is the anchor. Because one of them, the first one, which is Punzile here, she lost the job a year after joining Forever. Now imagine you have what you call job security, because that's what we want. Oh, I'm looking for a job. I'm looking because you're looking for security. We assume our jobs are security. But if our employers wake up one day and tell us we are downgrading or downsizing the business, we are retrenching, where does that leave you? In panic mode, in frustration, because you've got bills, you've got responsibilities, and you don't have a plan. So when she lost the job a year after joining Forever, it was a huge turnaround in her life. And yes, it hurts. But one thing she said to me, she said, you know what? I'm grateful that I've got plan B. I can still hold on. I can still build an income through Forever. It was not easy. Losing something you have been comfortable in is not easy, but you are able to start over when you've got something already working in the system. It's not a frustration because she's already been building the business. It becomes a frustration when you want to start after life happens. And now you want quick money because now you've got things that are happening. But when you are gradually building your business, you are having a solid foundation where even when the turbulence of life happens, you are very well equipped for it and you are ready to take your business to the next level. Next to her, I've got Shatisha. She has lost her house to a fire. Once again, we get into life not knowing what will happen. One minute you are building your whole life together with somebody, the next minute things are falling apart. You are losing things. It happens, it's part of life. We do not judge. We just understand that life happens. I can be married today and divorced tomorrow. It's life. I will lose so much, but it's life. It happens. What I love is that we sat down and she said, you know what? God knew I needed this business long before I did. Even she would even tell her story and say, I wasn't serious in Forever. But when this happened, it awoken me and said, you need to get serious because this was the plan B God has been keeping me in. I was in this business for a reason. I started this business for a reason. It wasn't clear before, but now it's clear because there was a stage in my life that God knew would come and I would have to rebuild my life. And this is how I'm rebuilding my life. She was sharing her story here during a presentation that she's in a stage where she's rebuilding. She's a retailer. Imagine how long it took her as a retailer to build her children a family home and to lose it all in just one go. How many more years is she going to live to be taking her kids to school, building a home for them, raising them? It's a lot of pressure. But Forever stood the test of her time and said, we will stand with you. She is still in the business. She's pushing the business. She's doing Forever now together while she's still working. She's doing Forever part-time, but now she understands the importance of having a plan B. I don't know about you. Maybe you are comfortable right now. Maybe your husband is doing everything for you. Maybe your employer, your job, wherever you are feeling like, you know what, I'm working very well. I'm okay. That's okay. That's fine. But do you have a plan B for when things don't go your way? Do you have a plan B for when things aren't showing up the way you want them to show up? This is just a story I'm sharing with you to make you see that we are not just talking about a business where you just wake up and you just sell. Yes, we need the money, but it's more than that. It's your life. What are you building in the years that you are living? 38 years later, what am I building? What am I leaving for my children? Just a house? If they cannot afford or have an income to maintain this house, how are they going to pay the water, the electricity? How are they going to be able to afford food? Yes, a house is a good structure, it's a good foundation, it's a roof over their head, but if they have nothing to feed on while inside the roof is gonna crack. What are you willing to do for your family? I don't know what it is that you want to achieve. I don't know what your life needs to look like in the next 5 to 10 years. I don't know what 2027 your dreams are, your ambitions are. Maybe you're looking to finance your studies. You don't know where to start. You can always start here. Start with this business. Start with making extra income. As long as you do not lose focus of your goals, there's nothing that will stop you. As long as you stay intentional, there's nothing that will stop you. It's your plan, it's your life. Once again, I told you, it has to be about you. You are going to have to make the decision. You are going to have to make, guys, if you're not thinking of yourself, then at least think of your children. Think of your children. Do they have to struggle like you did? Why do your kids have to go back and rebuild you a home when you right now you can have strength to build yourself a house, the house of your dream, but you want to sit and wait for your children to come back? Guys, our 2Ks are not going to build for us, unfortunately. 2Ks are not going to build for us. 2Ks are ready to live their lives. So if we are not intentional, we won't be able to have kids that will come and do things for us. These kids want us to leave things for them, not the other way around. Forever is the vehicle that takes you to where you want to be. And I love the fact that you can expand. Guys, you can expand forever anyway. Don't tell me, oh, I mean, I'm in the rural areas. People here don't buy. People here don't buy. So when those are the only people you're connected, you've got Facebook, you've got TikTok, you've got X, you've got Instagram, but you are going to tell me about people that you are in the environment with, you are living with, struggling with, your same friends, your family that are always asking for money from you, thinking, Pella, they look at you and they see somebody with money. So if you are not going to be intentional to say, listen, me, I want to start making the money you think you're seeing from me, you are going to suffer thinking about, oh, Mina, people are not here. People are everywhere. I want to make it a typical example. I just want to check if one of my leaders is here. Just a typical example to show you that forever has no destination. Forever does not care where you are located. I said I'm in South Africa. Hilma, are you here, my dear? I don't know if she'll be able to use her microphone. Normally this time she's always online on our sessions, but then she's either in a very, when you're at home, there's always noise and background. So I don't know if she'll be able, but on the text, Hilma, can you please just text me? Hilma is in Namibia. Please text me, my dear, on the chat. Just say hi so that people can see. And just say Namibia. She's in Namibia. Hilma is in my team. I recruited Hilma through Instagram. We've never met to this very day. We've never met. Yes, she's here. We've never met to this very day. We do our sessions, we do our coaching and our mentorship online. She is an assistant supervisor in the business. She has been building this business consistently. She is a university student, a third-year university student in Namibia. I do have a team in South Africa, but I've got a team in Namibia as well. So I'm not limited. For me, this was an indication that no, man, even if South African economy can crash, I can build my business in UK. I can build my business in Tanzania. I can build my business in Angola. There are so many other ways that I can build. Why? Because the social media. Be intentional with how you use your social media. There's no limit. And if you ask, how are you going to send products to customers in Namibia? There's a Namibia product center right there. Right there. I can process their orders here with me, and a product center in Namibia is going to be able to ship it to them. Forever has done it for you. You don't have to worry about anything. They've paved the way for you. You have to just make a decision to say the next 5 years of my life has to be different. I was 35 years old when I joined Forever. I had to make a 5-year plan because at that time my son was in grade 8, he was going to grade 8. And I said, in the next couple of years, 4 or 5 years, my son will be going to university. What is my 5-year plan? A whole diagnostic radiographer and mammographer, a whole professional, been in the profession for over 10 years. I did not have an educational fund for my family. I did not have a savings plan. Guys, you open your 32 days after 2 days of putting money in there, you've 1 to 500 back for petrol. It's gone. It's not there. So is this the life you want? You are saving 200 today. Tomorrow you also need the 200. That's why you will borrow money today and go to someone else. You go to Peter to pay Paul. You go from Paul to pay Aaron. You go from Aaron to pay Indiana. Is that the life you want? Is that the life you want? What is your 5-year plan? I'm 38 years old now. I've already been almost 3 years into my 5-year, 2 years to my 5-year plan. How far are you with your plans? I've already ticked one of my goals, which was a car. Got that. We've done some renovations in the house, my husband and I. We have extended even now to another 10-year plan because we are looking for a bigger house. Why? It's not about our salary anymore. It is about forever. How much effort are we willing to put into our business? Because it will give us the reward. We've seen it. We are experiencing it. Our health is amazing. In the past 2.5 years that I've been in Forever, I have not had problems with my children, taking them to the doctor. I don't remember. The other day I shared on my status, my son sent me a message and said, Mama, I'm not well. Do you have aloe? And I was like laughing. I'm like, my kids, the first thing they'll ask for is aloe. Not, Mama, take me to the doctor. Mama, take me for consultation. No, Mama, do we have aloe? Because they understand the importance of immune boosting. They understand the importance of supplementing. My kids have now fallen in love with the products. So even if I do tend to leave the business, I'm still going to have to invest in the products because my kids cannot live without the products. They've got supplements they take daily because of this business. So if I minus one, our medical aid is just there, just for emergency now, just for your maybe your accidents, those critical parts. We are no longer moving in and out of doctors. We are taking care of our health and building our family legacy. In just 2 years, I've seen an improvement in my children's health. What are you willing to do? Most people will be saying, you know what, I've been wasting money going to doctors and whatnot, and you show them a Forever products and be like, I'm not sure. But you have already been struggling. One more struggle with something that will work is not going to hurt you. Give it a try and see. And trust me, 99% of the people come back and say, I wish I had found this earlier. You are in the most amazing business right now. This opportunity is not by chance. This is a purpose meeting. This is God ordaining you for this moment. You have to give yourself the grace to start. The only thing that stands between you and the life you want is this simple question. When are you going to start Forever? And I'm not saying you're going to build Forever overnight. I'm not saying you're going to make 10,000 and pay all your landlords or mashonisas overnight. But one thing I guarantee you in Forever, you stay the course, you remain teachable, you put everything you have in it, and you will reap the rewards. That is a guarantee. And there are simple ways to start. Simple ways for you to be part of this Forever Living business. You just have to decide. We've got different options for you to join the business. The first option, you can choose the products that you want. You can speak to the person who invited you here to say, listen, please show me the products that you want, that you have in the business, so that I can choose the products that I want and start the Forever Living business. You have to choose a product to the value of 10,600 for you to become an assistant supervisor in the business. When you are pre-selecting your own products, they have to be at a value of 10,600. So you can be an assistant supervisor and start this business at a level that allows you to make good profits. That is assistant supervisor level. You get a 30% discount when you are buying your stock. You start recruiting and bringing people into your business. What is nice about recruiting in Forever is that the person you recruit who joins also the business with 10,600, you are going to get paid. Just for that person joining the business, you get paid. If you want to bring in more people, Forever does not limit you. You will bring in more people and get paid for all of those people. For each person that joins this business, you are getting 1,600. Just for each person, 1.6 for a person that joins into the business. So this person can choose their own products and say, listen, I want to have my own products. I want the type of products that I want for me. Because you can go through our catalog and look at what you need. You yourself, don't even think of anyone else at this point. You can think about yourself first and look at all the conditions and the stresses of life that you have. And you say, you know what, I need this, I need this. So if I can test the product on me, I can be able to tell people and share with people the products. Because if I'm able to sleep better at night, I can tell someone else who's struggling like me. Because trust me, we connect with people who are at the level that we are in life. That's why you're always surrounded with negative people, because you've got a negative environment. What's this, drawer or attraction? Because you don't see better for yourself. But the minute you change your mindset and you start thinking positively, even the people that are negative around you, they get to see that this is no longer what is attractive to us. So when you are also in a space where you are good in your health, you will start attracting people who are also good in health and attract people that want the goodness of your health. That's why in Forever, use the products for yourself so that people can be attracted to your glow and want to be part of that glow. And that's how you also build customers, actually. You build customers because people see what you have and they want that and they ask you about what you are using. And that's how you share and you sell the products. So the person can choose that I want to start with the stock of products. Or the person can decide to say, you know what, I do want the assistant supervisor level of 10,600, but I want to start at a, what do they call this? Installment basis. That's the word, installment basis. If you want to join the business in installment, you can start with as little as 1,650. You are buying the stock in installment. You buy your first stock at 1,650, and the company gives you 2 months 2 months to buy consistently stock to the value. At the end of the 2 months, it has to be at the value of 10.6. Then you become now the assistant supervisor. If you are buying at the value at the 1.6 and you are not consistent in that 2 months, you will remain at 1.6. You will remain a preferred customer. You will be buying the products at 5%. But if you want to move higher, you are going to have to buy consistently. The installments can be every week, buying stock every week to build up to the 10.6, and you are able to become an assistant supervisor. Or you can decide. Forever made it now simple as well to say, you know what, instead of installments, instead of 10.6, let's discount people to buy at 7.4. But the only thing here is that they don't select their own products. They get a pre-packed box of products, top 10 selling products, 25 inside the box that they can start the business with. These are the products that are on the rise in our business. These are the products that can change your life, your health as well. So you can buy this box at a discounted price of 7,004. You don't have to spend the 10. You don't have to spend 1.6 over 2 months every single week. You can just say, you know what, let me just go full in, get my 7.4 and become an assistant supervisor, get the pre-pack, and I will go back and buy more of stock that I may need. For you to be part of the business, we just need your proof of bank account. We need a copy of your ID or your passport. We need an email address and also your physical address. This has to be in the one person's name. Guys, Forever is very, very strict when it comes to people's identification. Very, very strict. So everything has to be in your name. And Forever doesn't take anything out of your bank account. This is for money to come into your bank account. Remember, I said when you recruit people in the business, Forever pays you. So they have to pay directly to you. They don't pay to the person who recruited you. That person has nothing to do with your income you are making in Forever. It all goes directly to you. We don't even know who earns what until they show us. So that is how Forever works. And we also get a pay slip in the business. We teach you as you come into the business how to work the business, how to reach targets, how to get pay slips every month. That pay slip can be used in any bank, any institution, in any country. It is legit. It is a pay slip that Forever allows you to go and start buying your car, start buying your house, take your kids to a private school. It is legit, guys. Even your tax man knows about it. They know about it. So you are fully safe in Forever. You are fully safe in this business. Now, I don't know about you. I don't know, maybe you're afraid of growth. Maybe you're afraid of changing and becoming a better version of yourself because there are people who, you know what, they're so comfortable in whatever situation they're in, whatever mess they are in right now, that sometimes it's too cloudy for them to see how they can become better versions. But I hope that that's not you. I hope that you are not afraid of growth, but you are afraid of standing still and being stagnant in your life. You are afraid of repeating every single month the same cycle of life every day. We are about to get paid. It's almost month end. People are already frustrated. And you know how people during the course of the month, the second week of the month and the the third week or half of the third week of the month, everybody's looking for extra income, right? But when month end comes, because the money is now in their account, they're so comfortable and they think that money is going to last forever until after 2 days again, then you go back to them like, hey, I'm ready to build a business with you. The money is already gone because they did not pre-plan to say, listen, I'm going to make a sacrifice. I'm going to take a risk. I know that things that need to be paid, but even if that things get paid today, I'm going to have no money tomorrow. So why don't I reinvest this money? Why don't I sacrifice this money and buy the stock? You have not lost anything. Trust me, when you sell your stock in Forever, your money comes back plus profit. So you are not losing anything when you reinvest in Forever. You've just changed your money from a money value to a product value. You sell that product, you get your money back plus your profit. You go back to restock again, you sell your stock, you get your money back plus profit. So your first pay is a sacrifice, or your first risk is a sacrifice that you are bringing into changing your life. It's your decision. You can choose and say, listen, Mina, I'm okay now. It's month end, so I'm gonna get cash into my salary, and then I will see after 3 days you'll be borrowing money again. Why? Why can't you sell something after 3 days when that money is gone? Why don't you have something to sell and say, at least, you know what, Chomi, instead of me asking and always borrowing money from you, just buy a tooth gel. Your friend would rather buy a tooth gel from you, knowing they are supporting you, than for them to borrow you money. Than for them to borrow you money. They can rather buy a tooth gel. So you also, you have to have something to bring to the table. Show that you are trying. Don't be frustrated because now there's nothing. And when there's a little in, you don't even want to cut that little to invest it. You don't want to even sacrifice to build something from it. Whatever the 7.4 guys, when I started, I don't know how many times since I joined, I have been able to double that money that I joined with. For me, it felt like I didn't even have my joining money. I didn't even pay anything to join. But the way Forever has been paying me every month makes me grateful to say I did that sacrifice, and I'm grateful I did, because now I'm able. My car that I have is being paid by Forever every month. The money that gets debited from my account, from my salary, I'm okay with it because I make sure I push myself to get more money from what? From my business. So anything that I subject to my salary, I'm able to cover it with what? With selling, with recruiting. So I have a plan, I have an option. What about you? You cannot become what you need to be by remaining what you are right now. You have to change, and it starts with your mind. You have to want growth. And in Forever, there are growth. There are growth levels in the business where we want you to come and learn about these growth levels. We want you to come because the more you grow in the business, the more money you are making. I also started as nothing but just a preferred customer when I joined Forever. I got my 5% when I joined. That is the first percentage you get in joining. The minute you sign up for Forever, you become a preferred customer and and get a 5% discount. Depending if you've taken the installment option, you are going to remain a preferred customer until you pay up the 10.6, and then you move to assistant supervisor. But if you start at the 7.4, you are already an assistant supervisor. And your next purchase, you are buying at a 30% discount. This now means you are starting to build more profit. Then the next level is you becoming a supervisor. You are working with your team. Now you're bringing other people into the business. You are enjoying the once-off bonuses that Forever is paying. You are able to now buy your stock at a discount of 38%. That means, again, your profit has increased by a 30%, by an 8%. Again, Forever says, then move, help your team to also get to the next level. As people come, you know what Forever is, guys? Forever is not a push, but a pull. So if you are pulling someone up to the next level, you are also going to be pushed up to the next level. So we are moving together. The person below me, if they don't move, then I'm also not moving. So everybody has to make something worth their lives. Everybody has to achieve a goal. If you can achieve your goal, I can also achieve my goal. So we are helping each other. We are pulling each other up. So when you get people that become supervisors in your team, you move to the next level of assistant manager. As an assistant manager, you are getting a 43% discount when you are buying your stock. That's almost half. 43% when you buy your products. That means now your profit margin is what is higher. And you are getting paid again still for people you are bringing to the business. You are getting paid for the supervisors you've raised in your team. You are getting paid for the assistant supervisors that are in your team. You are raising people in leadership. You become a leader yourself. That's why when you're in Forever, you become a coach, a leader. Because you have to go back and develop other people. You are trained to go and develop other people. The next levels again, together with your team, when you've got people moving up to assistant manager level, you also move up to manager level. This is currently the level that I'm holding in Forever Living Business, and I'm so proud. I got to Forever Living to manager level in 14 months of building my Forever Living business when I started. At manager level, I'm enjoying a 48% discount whenever I'm buying my stock. I'm getting paid for all the lines and levels of my team members. I've got assistant manager in my team. I've got supervisors in my team. I've got assistant supervisors in my team. And I've got preferred customers, people that are still buying on installment in my team. And I'm getting paid for each and every activity that they do. So you can also get to manager. There is no time frame, there is no limit. You can get to manager level if you want to. Come into the business, ask me how to get to manager level. Ask the person that invited you how to get to manager level. Ask the person that shared the Forever Living business opportunity with you and say, listen, I want to build more extra income. I want Forever to be able to extend me to give me more businesses. That is what Forever does. The money you are making here is not only just for you to eat and enjoy, but it's to say, where can you also plant it? You can now become a property investor. You can now open your own car garage. You can open your own mechanic, whatever your skills do. For me, I am investing in my personal development coaching business. I'm investing in that. I want to build my office. I want to have a leadership academy. I have dreams for myself, and Forever is my vehicle there. It's not my dead end. Unlike my profession, where I just have to focus on what I do 8 to 5, and that's it. I can't build anything outside of it. But in Forever, I can, and there are no restrictions to say, because you've been in Forever so many years, now you need to stop. No, you can do Forever until the day God calls you. You can have 100 and whatever other companies, you'll be able to sustain your family. Your kids can want to travel and have gap years in between. Our parents would kill you if you, oh, forgive me that word, but our parents will be frustrated if you ever said you want to take a gap year. Why? Because they believe we need to go and work and come back and feed the family. But if you are sustained in Forever, your kids can have gap year, gap year, gap year for a lifetime because they are sustained. As long as they understand the principle of building the Forever Living business, that one day they may have to come back and take over. They are secured. Their future is secured as long as you are willing as a parent to stand up and say, I want to do this for me and for my generation. Stop forcing people to take responsibilities of things they do not want. You take responsibility for the life that you want, the life that you are called to, the life that you believe is yours. Take that responsibility. When you come into Forever, you may join alone. It may just be you and the person that introduced you here, but you are not going to do the business alone. You are going to come in and find a community of people. We were all once strangers, but today we are sisters, we are brothers in the business. We are looking at each other as accountability partners. How far are you? When you joined the business, you wanted to close your Edgar's account. When you closed the business, you wanted to close that Moshonisa. You wanted to pay off that person. How far are you? Are you making the sales you need to make for you to pay off because we want you healthy. We want you sane. We want you mentally stable. We want you happy. So we are going to pressure you to go out and make a sale so you can pay off those bills. Give your children that pocket money without struggle. Sell an aloe and be able to give your child, it's market day, you give them enough 50 rand to go for market day in school. You're not worried because you can make that money in a day. Don't be frustrated. Don't be a parent who's always frustrated. When you walk in the house, the kids are like, yo, yeah, I know the bully's in the house now. Yo, no. Your kids must be like, Mama, how was the meeting? Mama, how was, how many, did you sell anything? Oh, Mama, I must tell my friends about this product. Kids get excited when you are also excited. My children sell for me. They tell their kids, yo, Mina, my mom is doing this business. Yo, Mina, I'm going to drink this aloe. Me, I take Actixi. They sell for me. I've got parents that heard it from their children. What are you doing as a parent? What are you doing to change your story? What are you doing to improve your life, your health, your wellness, your mental health? What are you doing? It's not easy building a business. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not easy building a business, especially where a business you have to connect with people. It's not easy. But it's not easy also waking up and going to Bus John, but we still do it. Come rain or sunshine, you put on those raincoat, you take your umbrella, it's flooding, it's whatnot, you know you have to be at Bus John by 6, you go, you are there. Show up for your business the same way. You are working in toxic environments. You wake up and you keep up the face, you keep up the attitude, you try to pull one more day just to get through it. Every single day you are frustrated, you get home, you cry yourself to bed. You don't have an option B. So you can't even leave that environment. You can't even leave that environment. Are you willing to suffer yourself like that? Guys, forever is the vehicle that can take you out of any situation, even a relationship that does not work. You don't have to stay because that person feeds your children. You don't have to stay because that person has the roof over your head. Forever can give you those dreams too. And even if you don't think you have the strength for it, trust me, you will come into this business, you will find a community of people that say, Sisi, we have done it. We have walked with you. We've seen this road before. We've gone through divorce and we came out. Now we've got 1 million rand houses. If we can do it, you can do it too. A waitress that has a smart house. Guys, look at your age now. Look at your age now. You've already been alive for that much years. And what has your life been like? And look at the same number, double your age now. Double your age. I'm 38 now. Imagine in the next 38 years, if I did not have forever, how was my life going to look like? For me right now, my next 38 years is so hopeful. Man, it's so hopeful. I'm looking at properties like I never thought I would ever in my life. Right now, I'm living in a property where I just afforded it because I just needed something in my name. And I'm like, if only I had gotten forever before I bought this property, I wouldn't have bought it. I wouldn't have, you don't, buying a property just because it's what you can afford, but it's nothing like what you wish for yourself, for your family. If I had this business before I bought this property, I wouldn't have. I would have gone for something bigger, something that speaks to me, something that speaks to the years that I've been in profession. But because I could not, as a professional, I could not afford the bond. So I'm limited. I'm limited. The pay slip that I have from my bus joint does not allow me to extend my lifestyle. But extra income can give you that opportunity. You can dream bigger. You can work. Remember, you are the one who's working for it. So no one gets to tell you how much you need to be given, how much every month you are subjected to. You decide. Your effort pays you. You decide. As long as you are willing to put in the work, we've got the system for you. We've got trainings, we've got coaching. We are here to help you, to build with you, and we can greatly do that. I don't know. Maybe you're thinking, oh, you know what, maybe this is not for me. Maybe this is for people like Zanele who are educated, people who already have a salary. No, this is for you also, unemployed. You can still do this business. This is for you who is a domestic worker. This is for you who is a security guard, a car attendant. This is for anyone who is willing to change their lives and change their story. The people you see here, they are all different. They come from different environments. This Madala, imagine, he's still in the business, still in the business. These are people that come from all walk of life. We've got doctors, we've got optometrists, we've got scientists, we've got accountants, we've got stay-at-home moms, we've got security guards, we've got domestic workers, we've got teachers. Every single one of these people, when they joined Forever, they all had one thing in common: financial struggle, debts. And today, their stories are different. 5 years, 10 years, when they tell their story, you are like, I want to stay in this business for the next 5 to 10 years and more. Because if in 10 years, a person in Forever can change their lives like this, and I've been in radiography for 16 years, and man, even the people I work with that have been in the business, in the profession for longer, they don't even have half the things the Forever people have. Today, I've got people that can't even retire because it's not conducive. The retirement money is not enough. Is that the life I want? To not be able to retire at 65, I'm still forcing myself to go to work. Why? Because the retirement fund is not funding. What life is that? When am I going to enjoy being at home and nursing my grandchildren? Guys, is this the life we really want? When today we've got options. We are not like our parents. We've got options and we can work. We can work our way up. And I believe that you are here because you also want options. You want to work for the life that you want. You want to change your story. You want to redesign your life. And the person who introduced you here tonight, please go back and say thank you. I needed this reset in my life. I needed to look at this next couple of months in 2026 and make a decision that will change the history of my life. 10 years in whatever field you are in, 5 years in that field. Maybe you've been changing jobs like nothing. You're losing one contract, you're waiting for another contract, whatever your life may look like, get something to own. While you are waiting for your next employment or your next contract, start forever and work your forever living business. At least you've got something you are owning, something to look forward to every day, something to wake up and put your mind in, something that will build your mindset and your growth exponentially. You will be so amazed at who you become. One day, even your employer will look at you and say, wow, you would have never achieved what you've achieved being an employee. Guys, someone said, I've never seen a millionaire who became a millionaire in a salary, with a salary. Never. It's business. It's being able to be afforded the opportunity to make money, to open up other opportunities for yourself. And I am offering you today this business opportunity so that you get to be that next millionaire in your family. Shift your mindset from building success to building legacies through multiple streams of income. Make forever that foundation for you to build the other businesses that you have, that you dream about. I don't know what you want in life eventually, but there's something you want. You want to open a bakery, you want to open a salon, whatever that you want. Forever can be a stream of income that truly helps you operate other streams of income. Success dies when you die. Legacy lives long after you are gone. So if you want something that will always remain in your name, build Forever Living Business. That is a success story no one will ever take away from your children and your children's children. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope with that I have shared with you tonight has given you some food for thought. You know very well what it is that you need to do right now. And okay, I'm going to give it a few couple of minutes. Is there anyone with a question? Okay, I see someone I think raised their hand. Uh, can you try and unmute and see if you can unmute yourself if you have a question, and then you can ask. So I'm going to just a few more minutes before we close, but please do go back to the person that invited you here so that they can also share a bit more information with you. Let me see who raised and tried to unmute you. There you are. Are you able to unmute, Devor?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, my dear.
Good evening, Zanele.
Good evening, my dear.
Thank you for this wonderful presentation. I am not yet a member of Forever, so I would just like to find out on how you balance your life, because you've got a professional job and yet you are doing so well in this business. So how do you get to balance it?
Thank you so much for that question. Um, First, I must say it was a bit of a trick, but I had to take a very serious decision. With my line of work, I normally work holidays and weekends, ne? But when I joined Forever, it was November 2023, and okay, fine, December, then it's December holidays. When January started, I took a decision. I took a risk, and I went to my manager and I said, I would love to give away all of my weekends. Any weekend that I have to work a shift, I want anyone to take it. Wherever my name is, please allow. I'm not selling it. I don't want anything in return. People must just take it. For me, the focus was after I've been in the business now for 2 months, December, January, I've seen how people have been earning. I've started listening to people's stories. And I said, if I wanted to build this business seriously, and if I wanted to make sure that I put a goal and a directive to it, I need to make sure that I sacrifice something for the business. So I sacrificed my overtime weekends so that I can build the business to cover the money that I've been making from the overtime. And if that balances, then I know for sure I'm in the right business. So I gave myself that risk. I said to all my colleagues, guys, wherever my name is, you don't even have to text me, you don't even have to ask me. I just don't want to find myself working any weekends. And I have not been working any weekends since January 2024 to date. Everybody takes my weekend. So for me, that was the first risk that made me say, you know what? If I have to focus on this business, then I have to put a risk to it. I have to put a goal to it. There has to be something tangible because I'm used to the overtime money. I'm used to the extra money. So now this business has to make that extra money in order for me to be able to see that I can actually build this business. It can work for me. So that's when I started doing presentations on weekends. I started going for pop-up shops on weekends. During the day, during the week, Monday to Friday, I do my normal shift at work, but because I also do my business on my phone, so I'm able to still during lunch time or when it's quiet at work, I can still a text or two, check on my customers, check on. So I used mostly my phone. When I get home, depending on what we have, when I started, obviously I didn't have a team, so I was working with the schedule that my leader at that time, my mentor, had for us. So it would be maybe Monday presentations on WhatsApp, and then we'd have Zoom trainings maybe on Wednesday. So I fit my life, I fit myself around it. And I had to also speak to my family. I had to sit my husband down and say, listen, I'm building this business and it is requiring me to take time to be in presentations, to be in trainings, and sometimes to even travel. So please just allow me to give myself this opportunity to learn because it's easy to say something doesn't work, but I've never given it time. So for me, that was dedicating time for myself to making it work. And really, my husband was very supportive. Right now, even my kids, they know I was like 7 o'clock, I've got Zoom meetings. So they're so used to it now. Then they'll just make sure that they don't make so much noise. They'll go sit out in the living room and whatnot. When I'm done, then they'll come check up on me. But I had to involve my family when I made the decision to say, now I'm taking it seriously. And I mean, it's not the same for all of us, Nick. Sometimes you will join it and maybe struggle a little bit with balancing, especially if your work is a bit more, what's this, demanding. But remember, this is something I'm building for my family. And also for me, I was looking at it that I've made a decision that at 20 years in the profession, I would love to retire. So if I'm going to retire after 20 years working, it means now I'm left with 4 years to work. So that 4 years has to count for something. It means now I need to work my forever living business so that it is sustainable enough for me to be able to retire and continue building in my forever. So those are some of the personal decisions that you are going to have to make to put forever somewhere in your life to say this has to generate money for me for this. And if I'm not doing it this way, it's not going to give me the life and the confidence that I want. I don't know if I make sense, but for me, that's how I looked at it. And also, it was in agreement with my husband because we were struggling to get accredited for a car. So when I gave in to saying I'm not doing weekends at work anymore, I want to put effort on forever. I want to see if maybe the extra income we're making forever can improve our credit score and we can start maybe looking for a car. Then that became the goal. That became the fast track for me to run with forever. And in our shock, actually, 11 months later, we were getting paid every month on the 15th through forever. That was extra money that was now coming into my account weeks before I get paid, actually 10 days before I get paid. That time I'm normally usually broke. So when we started seeing that and we started seeing how, okay, the income every month, if I put more effort every month, it actually accumulates. Then now we thought what we were making at that time, it was enough to pay for a type of car. So if I can sustain at least the minimum of that amount, then we can be able to afford a car. So for us, then it became like that. Then when we bought the car, I had no other choice to this day to say I need to work for a forever business to pay off that car. And that's what we've been doing ever since. So give it a responsibility. Give forever a responsibility and give it a risk so that you can work. You don't have a reason not to work it. I don't have a reason not to work forever because then my car is not getting paid. Give a reason why you need to do your forever business, then it will actually work out for you. I don't know if there's anyone else or if there's a follow-up question from what I've said. If it's not clear, please just once again you can unmute yourself and speak. But like I say, guys, if you don't give something a responsibility, then it's not going to work for you because then it's just something most it's just there, and it takes time for you to see what this business can do for you. So Sometimes you'll start it and then months in, you're not really sure if this is your thing and whatnot. But I trust God. God would not lead you into something for no purpose, because then 6 months, 8 months later, God forbid, something tragic or something seriously turns around in your life and you realize, oh, Ghana, there's this forever. Maybe I should go back and start building. And that's also the right time, because at that point, when that turnaround comes, the renewal of your mind is what then tells you, now I want to build forever. And you start running and you'll never look back from there. And that's where your success story also comes in, to say, I started, yes, forever, but I wasn't serious about it. But you know what? This and this happened, and it reminded me that, yo, I need to work. And when most people, when they come back, they are already really ready for it, hungry for it, and that's when they start skyrocketing that income in forever. Well explained. Thank you for it. Thank you so much. I'm glad it makes sense. It makes sense. Make it personal. I don't want to lie to you. People come in the business, people go. You get to stay because of your personal reasons. I'm staying because of my personal reasons. I still have not made the income that I want. I have not designed the life that I want. I am not anywhere close to where I want. So I know I've got enough time to build my forever living business, and I'm not in any rush. I know my time frame. I know what I want to do in life, and I'm ready to put in the work. And I hope you too, when you join your forever living business, that you are going to give it your all and be patient with yourself. What is important in forever is patience, time, and be knowledgeable or be coachable. And trust me, nothing will stand in your way. So if we don't have any other, is there any other question? Let me just check the chat. Thank you so much. What a wonderful inspiration. Thank you so much. I am grateful. Please make sure you go to the person that invited you. At least just give them thanks. Thank you for being this God-sent person, that I needed something like this tonight. I needed my mind to be renewed. I needed to be reminded that I've got goals too, that I matter. Guys, we love our children, but our children are going to live for us. We also need to live. We also need to, express ourselves. One thing I didn't mention, which I didn't think I would be able to get to in the presentation, is that Forever also has different incentives that you can work towards once you become a manager. That includes your car incentive, traveling incentive. That is when Forever pays for a car for 3 years for you, which is between 7,000 and 14,000. That's something that you learn when you are in the business. Again, you come in here because you're looking for 500 rand, 10,000 rand, or you're looking for 1,000 rand to pay off rent or a car or your child's school fees. But as you build the business, you get to realize that there are these other extras that you can work towards, and you actually get to achieve them as you build your business without any pressure. You are still paying off your loans, you are paying off your children's school fees, but you are then given these things, these amazing travel incentives, these car incentives, where just money is being thrown at you. When it's traveling incentives, Forever pays for you and your plus one, plus giving you spending money. If you don't have a passport, we tell you, once you're in Forever, go and make that passport, because your life is going to be about traveling. Guys, I've never been to Cape Town just for leisure or just for fun. My first flight to Cape Town was through Forever. Or rather, sorry, it's my second flight. I had my first flight with my mom some years ago, which was, yeah, something else. But where I really felt that I'm giving myself the pleasures of life was when I was able to afford a flight for me and my business partner. I paid for her accommodation, flights, and everything, because she achieved an incentive that I gave into the team. Now I'm going to Sun City again. Why? Through Forever. It's not an incentive, but because I'm building the Forever Living business with the income that I'm making in the business, with the profits, I'm able to set and say, I'm going to be part of the Forever celebrations. Wherever Forever is, I can be able to go there. So I'm able to now plan my life and travel and enjoy the smaller, finer things in life. That's the life that I want. This is me giving me pleasure. And now I get to work for what? For also my family. So now I can plan a flight trip with my kids. Imagine, guys, I've got like 3 kids. So 3 times flight tickets, plus accommodation, plus spending money, plus activities. That's a whole lot of work. So I still have to work my forever living business for that first time holiday, which I'm looking forward to one day with my children. So these are some of the things that your mindset gets to be refreshed with, renewed with, to say, man, there's hope in this business, guys. There's so much hope in Forever. Even your children will get to understand you. You cannot do it now, but baby, just give me a couple of years. Give me a year. Give me 2 months. We work differently. Some people will tell me, give me 7 months, baby. I'm going to be able to pay that, to buy that PS5 for you. You work your business, your profits, your once-off bonuses, your team bonuses. that gets you to be the parent of the year to your child. You give them the birthday party they want. You're able to afford a mascot. Guys, these teddy bears that are walking, So you become the parent of the year because why? You've made a decision to work your forever living business so that it can give the pleasures of life. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are going to have a blessed night, but also a sleepless night, and say yes to forever living business. Ask the person who invited you to say, please share with me the joining details. I'm ready to start. It's month and week, and I don't want to waste any more time. I want to start building this forever business. 2026 has to be a different version of me that is ending it, because the one that is starting 2027, God knows the devil is going to be in trouble. Thank you so much and have a blessed night.